Traders at UBA say that they do not expect rates to be any different from the previous auction as the Central Bank of Nigeria goes to the market to conduct a primary market auction valued at 150 billion naira today. Dumebi Oduagbanam, a fixed income trader at UBA, joins me now to wrap up our activities in the fixed income markets. Let's first start with your sentiments shared there. You say there's no change in the market dynamics since the last auction, and it's playing a lot as to what you expect from the auctions today. Can you clarify on that?
Good afternoon, Kenneth. Thanks for having me. So basically, we've seen a bit of quietness in the market owing to liquidity issues. But however, as yesterday, we saw system liquidity up to as high as about 400 billion. So we've seen slight bullish sentiment. So however, the market rates hasn't really changed or has hovered around the level it was the previous auction to where it is right now.
Right, but looking at how investors will play this field then, you say there's no change in the market dynamics, and how are investors now positioning?
Well, in as much as there's no change in market dynamics, because of current system liquidity, we might see a slight jump in rates at this current auction. Probably it might go as low as 6.4, 6.5 at the long end of the curve. So we expect it to trickle down a bit from where it closed at the previous auction. We've seen two consecutive decline in rates from the 7.5. We saw it go down to 7.25, now down to 6.9, and market's currently trading around 6.5. So we should probably close around that level at the long end of the curve at the auction.
All right, well, looking at the bond, I understand that you were expecting some slight selling pressure in that area, but how are investors positioning across the yield curve?
Well, basically because of in terms of inflow for the bond side of the market, we don't have a lot coming in. We saw the last tranche of coupon payments coming in October by 192 billion coming, so we don't really see a lot of activities or elements that could pour either a bullish or bearish sentiment. So we might see more bearish sentiments. However, there are feelers in the market about the 200 to 250 billion sukuk bond that might be issued this year. So we've seen a lot of cautious trading in the market. Let's see when exactly that might occur, probably November or to close the year in December.
But in terms of liquidity, what's your outlook for the rest of November then?
Well, for the rest of November, if you do a cross-sectional analysis month on month, we're going to see a decline of about 246 billion in terms of inflow. We have only about 228 billion maturing this month compared to in OMO maturities compared to the previous month of 288. In NTB, we only have about 261 maturing this month compared to 267. Why for coupon payments we have none compared to 192. So give or take, we have only about 468 maturing this month in November compared to about 749 we had coming from the month in October. So from your own view or from the view of these figures, we are already seeing a drop in terms of inflow. So the market might be a bit tight in terms of liquidity. So we expect to see cautious trading and probably more bearish sentiments throughout the month of November.
All right, looking at your medium-term outlook, I'm trying to get from you what you make of the Central Bank's initiative on wheat, because there's a lot to talk about how this could save about 2 billion in FX for the markets. Now, but for you, how do you interpret this in the medium term?
In line with us to diversify the economy and increase our earning power, that is to move from being a net importing nation to a net exporting nation, and it's all in line with the view of the Central Bank this year. If you look at how much the economy of Nigeria has been able to attract in terms of foreign inflows, if you do an analysis, a year-on-year analysis, or throughout this year, we've seen a growth of about 119% in inflows. As at Q4 right now, we've had about 19 billion inflows compared to where we're coming in Q3, where we had only about 8.9 billion that came in. So this would also help push that, and we've also seen even a growth in our foreign reserves too. So this decision made by the Central Bank on wheat is all poised towards increasing the earning power, increasing more dollars, and basically backward integration and diversification of the economy.
All right, on the Naira, what's your outlook then?
We expect to see stability in the Naira. Though we've seen slight demand pressure in the INE window, we saw it trade as high as 14.15, and we've also seen an increase in volume, from Tuesday about 99 million traded. As at yesterday, we saw it go up as high as 172. So it's all due to demand pressure. However, we see a stable FX trading throughout this week.